it is not straight at all.
It's supposed to be.
Oh, it is not straight at all. It is upside down. Hey guys, my name is Natasha Adams. Today I'm installing this crossover steering from Barnes 4-wheel drive. We've already started painting it. We're going with gray. I think it'll look good on this white XJ that later on it'll be gray too. But for now, they're really pretty and not rock rashed yet. So let's finish painting them and mess them up. The reason I'm not in my shop is because it's cold. Somebody else's shop has a fire. While we wait for these to dry next to this flammable fire, I'm going to start the steering, taking off the old stuff. Here we have the smallest WD I could possibly find because that's not the right stuff. But, because all these are going to fight me the whole time, so I'm going to wait for this to decide that maybe it wants to come off today. Whoever put these cotter pins on, just put them in and just let them. Didn't even fold them over. Scary! Right now this Jeep is completely stock suspension. So I've already taken the cotter pins out and I'm just loosening up the castle nuts. Usually I would say you should measure the two between the two, but in this case, I'm pretty sure I could just lay this on the ground next to the new bar and make the heim joints the same length. We might measure it anyway though. We might want to measure it. These are not tight. I'm not a carpenter. I don't usually measure. I just do it by guessing most of the time. Okay, like 53. Done. New steering, old steering. This is like that big. This is like that big. So the scariest part is drilling out your knuckles to a 5/8 to match the bolts that are going to have to go through this because these knuckles are baby knuckles. Safety's important. Okay. The other drill died. Okay, now should have the perfect size. Yes. I should probably do this on the ground. So, I'm gonna do this on the ground. But I'm matching up this steering to where these ball joints are on the old steering. It's just heavy because I'm weak. Shiny. Okay. We're close. This is basically going to be all the way in, pretty much. So we've got this lined up, or not lined up, but measured out. I'm going to drag it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then I'm going to put this one in first and then do the other side because the other side's got two of them, or two heim joints coming off of it. So the number one thing you want to remember when you're installing stuff like this is I'm going to do thread side up so that if you do hit a rock, it hits the bolt side and not the thread side. I need this. I need. This one is always going to be at an angle versus that one that's going to be pretty much always straight. Ah! Yeah. Okay. Ah! My shin! I'm gonna have a bruise. I forgot about that. Okay. This is why I need help.
Do you want me to help you?
No. I'm gonna keep this up with my injured knee now. I'm gonna get a lot of comments that you're not helping me.
She doesn't want me to help her.
It's true. Okay. Oh my god, that was awful. Okay. Easy install. Okay, let's see if we measured this right or not. It looks kind of short, but we're gonna find out. That is way too short.
Well, your steering's not straight either, though.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. See, he's helping.
Your steering's still not straight.
Huh. Yeah, we actually measured it pretty good. The steering wheel is not straight at all.
It's supposed to be. It was last time.
It is not straight at all. It is upside down.
Look at my cool light install that I did. Do you want to show them off? Oh.
I'll show them off in a little bit. We're doing some serious fabrication. I don't know. I think maybe like, I don't know. The steering wheel did get turned somehow though. I just didn't want to have to like do a big alignment. You know? Because if anything, we just take off. All we have to do is take off this side, spin it out, or spin it in. We need a socket and a wrench. Okay.
Your head's turning on the bottom.
I know. I'm gonna get them tight, but I'm only gonna get them so tight that we can adjust it. That went really far.
You didn't.
The darkness.
Yeah.
Okay, so once you have this tight, and that tight, and that tight, you're going to want to tighten your locking nuts, which are bigger than 1 inch size. I don't know exactly what size. And then the chances are you're going to go for your test drive and then have to readjust everything again. So it's gonna be, this is not the last time we're gonna tighten this. Fingers crossed though, that is the last time. Okay. And then he's gonna double check all my tightness. You're stronger than me. Okay, so when you're done tightening it all by hand, you're gonna want to torque all of the heim joints to 125 newton meters. No, foot-pounds. Okay. And I've already done the other side, so it counts. Here's your torque wrench. Whoa, you're so handsome. You're a handsome boy. Watch your face.
Look at that, oil on the tire.
Lug nuts. Natasha is gonna make me an insane person. Loose too.
Want to show off the fancy lights now?
Yeah, you want to? Okay, Carter's gonna tell you all about these lights that he did.
Yeah, I bought these halos. They're pretty cool.
Ignition.
When the ignition's on, they are white. When you turn the amber KC lights on, they switch to amber. They're pretty cool. But for some reason, when I wired them up, when you turn the high beams on, they still stay amber. So I got to figure that out. You can't see it in the video, but they shouldn't do that.
Hey.
They're cool.
got his lights. Okay, we finally have the Jeep up, running, driving, steering. This is my square body. This is gonna be the support vehicle for today, but we're not gonna pay attention to that. Let's take this off-road. The power of an exhaust leak.
Got a two-step.
Oh. How's the steering feel?
Really good, actually.
Good.